Welcome to this deep dive. We're looking at a really fascinating, maybe complicated situation coming out of Cannes.
Yeah, definitely complex.
Kevin Spacey got a Lifetime Achievement Award at this gala, right?
Yeah.
And it happened smack bang in the middle of the Cannes Film Festival.
hmm
But at the same time, you've got new sexual assault allegations surfacing against him over in the UK.
Right, the timing is notable.
And then Spacey himself comments, that he's glad to be working. It just adds another layer.
It really does.
So today, we want to unpack this. Look at the context of the award, why it's significant given, well, everything,
Yeah.
and what this might say about the film industry right now.
It certainly throws a lot into sharp relief, doesn't it? The award itself was given at the Better World Fund Gala. That was Tuesday night.
Okay. And the location, the Carlton Hotel. That's pretty central Cannes, isn't it?
It absolutely is, right in the thick of the festival buzz, even though the gala itself is technically independent, not an official festival event.
Got it. So the Better World Fund, what's their focus? What's their mission?
Well, their stated mission is about cinema and art at the service of humanity. They talk a lot about women's rights, gender equality, education, those kinds of causes.
And who else have they honored like this? Are there comparable names?
Yeah, looking back, they've given awards to people like Kevin Costner, Susan Sarandon, Sharon Stone. So, pretty high-profile figures.
And this year, Spacey, for lifetime achievements, what specific achievements are they highlighting?
They mentioned the big ones, basically, his Oscars, right? For The Usual Suspects back in 95 and American Beauty in 99.
Two huge films.
Definitely. And they also pointed to Cess 7, also 95, and of course, House of Cards, the big Netflix series he starred in for years.
Like House of Cards was massive. There was also a statement from the fund's president, Manuel Calas de la Roche.
Yes, he put out a statement. He talked about Spacey's extraordinary contributions to the art of cinema.
Okay.
Mentioned his talent, depth, commitment to storytelling, very positive language. Said he was enthusiastic about celebrating Spacey's career and having him there.
It's striking language given the history we mentioned. Can we just quickly recap the allegations?
It's a long and complicated history, starting really publicly in 2017. Since then, something like over 30 men have accused Spacey of sexual assault or inappropriate behavior.
Over 30. Wow.
Yeah, and that includes recent comments from Guy Pearce talking about alleged conduct on the set of LA Confidential way back in 1997.
Did Spacey respond to that?
He did, yeah.
Huh.
On X, formerly Twitter, he essentially dismissed Pearce's account.
And beyond the public accusations, there have been actual legal cases, right? With mixed results.
That's right. In the U.S., back in 2018, there were felony charges for indecent assault and battery. Those were dropped when the accusers stopped testifying.
Okay.
Then you had the Anthony Rapp civil lawsuit. Rapp alleged molestation when he was 14. In that case in 2022, a jury found Spacey not liable.
Not liable, so not guilty, but in a civil context.
Exactly. It's a different standard of proof than a criminal trial. It's about whether it's more likely than not that the alleged event occurred, rather than beyond a reasonable doubt.
But even with that verdict, the initial wave of allegations had a huge impact on his career then, didn't it?
Oh, undeniably. Netflix fired him from House of Cards. That was a massive blow.
Mm-hmm.
And then remember, all the money in the world. Ridley Scott completely replaced him, reshot all his scenes with Christopher Plummer after the film was already finished. Unprecedented, really.
Yeah, I remember that. Just wiped him from the movie. But the legal stuff didn't end there. There was the London trial.
Correct. In London, just last year, 2023, he faced multiple charges of sexual assault and indecent assault.
And these related to his time at the Old Vic Theatre.
Yes, precisely. The allegations covered incidents between 2001 and 2013 when he was the artistic director there. He was acquitted on all counts in that trial.
Acquitted? Okay. But now there's another lawsuit.
Yes, it seems so. Just this February, another actor, Ruari Cannon, filed a new civil lawsuit in London. It's against both Spacey and the Old Vic Theatre itself.
Do we know the details of that one?
Not many details have come out publicly yet. It's still quite early in the process.
So it's against this really complex backdrop. Accusations, drop charges, civil suits, an acquittal, now another suit that Spacey is starting to work again.
That seems to be the case. He's been cropping up mainly in Italian films recently.
Italian films? Like what?
Well, he played the devil, actually, in a thriller called The Contract that came out this year.
Playing the devil. Huh.
And his presence in Cannes and this award seems linked to a British indie film he's in called The Awakening.
The Awakening. What's the connection there?
It's described as a conspiracy action thriller. The production company, Camelot Films, was actually a sponsor of the Better World Fun Gala where he got the award.
Oh, okay, so there's a promotional angle.
Yeah, it looks that way. Camelot Films was using Cannes, the market side of it anyway, to meet potential buyers and distributors for The Awakening. Having Spacey there, receiving an award, probably didn't hurt their visibility.
Right, so the award gala, while maybe not officially Cannes Film Festival, is definitely happening in that ecosystem, in that orbit.
Exactly. It leverages the location, the timing, the media presence.
And all this is happening while the official Cannes Festival is dealing with its own issues around misconduct accusations.
That's a really crucial point, actually. The festival itself declared a French actor, Theo Navarro-Musi, persona non grata because of rape allegations.
Persona non grata, so basically banned?
Effectively, yes. Reports say earlier complaints were dismissed, but a new one might be coming. And even the opening of the festival was kind of overshadowed by Gerard Depardieu's recent sexual assault conviction. He's obviously a giant figure in French film.
So you get this stark contrast playing out. Spacey getting a Lifetime Achievement Award despite everything, while the festival itself is publicly taking action against others facing accusations.
Precisely. It really highlights this tension, doesn't it? How does the industry, how do we balance celebrating artistic achievement with addressing serious allegations of misconduct?
Yeah, it's the age-old question almost of separating the art from the artist, but it feels particularly pointed right now.
It does. And the Better World Fund's decision, it's obviously generated a lot of debate, a lot of different reactions. It just underscores this ongoing struggle with accountability, with redemption, what a comeback looks like, or if it should look like anything after these kinds of allegations.
Even with varied legal outcomes.
Even with very legal outcomes, it really makes you think, doesn't it, about how the entertainment world, maybe society as a whole, is trying to navigate these really difficult, sensitive issues. What does accountability truly mean in the public eye, and is there a universally agreed upon path forward?
Huge question, and one without easy answers, clearly demonstrated by everything happening in Cannes.